Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? Happy Saturday to you. I hope you are doing well. I'm Nancy Yawner, another postscript Saturday, a PS to our real estate week where I share some information with you, some valuable information, educating you, the client, the consumer, when buying, selling, and investing in real estate. It's also a little glimpse of behind the scenes at Love to List. As you know, I started this a year ago, and the purpose is our real estate world was changing a little bit and shifting due to some national lawsuits that happened and settlements. And so I wanted the opportunity to communicate with you about those settlements and the changes in our industry. And so I thought it was a great way to commit to a year of education and information. And so my year is up and I really have enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Please let me know if you found the information valuable. As I've mentioned many times before, it will stay on our YouTube channel, so it's an opportunity to go back and look at anything that might be of interest to you, depending of your situation, whether it's now, 6 months from now, a year, or later. So the information will live on our YouTube channel. So I thought it would be kind of fun today to maybe bust a few real estate myths, if you will, just a few of them as we end out my postscript Saturday. Also, before I get into that though, I did want to tell you that a lot of people assume and don't know there is a difference. Not all real estate agents are realtors. Realtor is a trademark. And so I wanted to let you know about that. So no, not every real estate agent is required to belong to the National Association of Realtors, where we have that realtor designation. And the importance of that really has been for many, many years, I think 40 plus years, maybe 60 plus years, that we have some rules of engagement, if you will. We have our code of ethics, and there's 17 articles in those code of ethics. And they, excuse me, they explain and dictate and guide realtors as to how they should conduct themselves with the consumer, with clients, with prospects, with advertising and marketing, with peers. So there's all these rules of how we are supposed to conduct and act in our profession. And so I am a realtor. And so I just wanted to point that out. When you are looking for a real estate agent, you might want to do a little research on that and what the difference is between a realtor and just a licensed real estate agent. So, oh hey Deb, thanks for popping on. So let's get started. The first myth that I wanted to share with you, and I have 5, is that when putting your house on the market, you always want to go like to the highest price, right? Wrong! No, you do not. Actually, I believe the best strategy is really pricing your home at market or a little under. What happens is that if you overprice your home, and I'm sure you've heard this before or kind of know this intuitively, you limit your pool of buyers, right? And you also, the consumer is very smart and savvy. They see the prices out there. They can do a lot of research on their own, and they know the market probably better than a seller because the buyer's been in the market oftentimes a while before the seller's home comes on the market. So the buyer is very educated. And they know when they see an overpriced listing, they may not come and see your home. A lot of people think that buyers will negotiate. Well, I can tell you buyers are uncomfortable negotiating. I'm actually the one that's kind of like, well, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what the market price is. Let's see what we can work out. Here's the comps. Here's the pricing strategy. You know, the buyer really isn't comfortable. So they may not even come and see your home. And then the other thing that happens is if your home sits, most likely you may have to have a price reduction. And that's something we really try to not do. Some markets, sometimes you do have to do that. You have to be proactive, but you really want to come out of the gate at, and better yet, a little below market. The other thing is selling a home. The other myth is selling a home for sale by owner will save you money. Well, again, I will say that actually I don't believe that's true. Number one, you're missing an entire group of people by not exposing your property to the most people out there. You want to maximize the exposure, and you being involved with the real estate network and listing your home for sale with a realtor can really help with that exposure. And then the other thing is kind of what I just alluded to is that buyers really don't want to talk to you. They're uncomfortable. They want to come in and see the home and feel the home and be comfortable in the home. And if a realtor's there to let them in the house and you step away and let the buyer, really get comfortable with the home, excuse me, and are excited about the home, that's what you want. And you want people to be running to your home. They're so excited to see it. And perhaps maybe even right for more than what it's listed for. So if you have a realtor versus a for sale by owner, realtor can really discuss the different strategies with you and actually how it may make you money instead of you trying to save money, right? So that's myth number 2. Number 3, before you sell your house, you have to update your bathrooms and your kitchen. Well, in some cases that is true, but not in all cases. And actually, I have a lot of tricks and tips that I do in marketing and presenting a home. So you really want to strategize. Maybe you do the kitchen and not the bathrooms, or maybe you do the bathrooms and not the kitchen, or maybe you do a light refresh and all. You don't have to go cray, and you don't have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. No, and as a matter of fact, depending on the price point, we can do things with countertops that, like a low price townhome. We don't have to go to granite. We can do this Wilson Art countertop that looks like granite, very attractive, gives it a facelift and a paint job, and it's a lot less expensive. Or changing out the sink and a faucet can also help. Or painting the cabinets. So there's a lot that you can do to really minimize the cost, but maximize the overall look and the presentation, because we're all about presentation. So that's myth number 3. Number 4, when buying, the first thing you need to do is find your home. No, that is false. The first thing you need to do is to get your financing in order. Absolutely, that is the most important. And you want to meet with a local lender who's going to work with you side by side and your realtor to get you the best financing and help you is the best program. And also that realtor and lender work together to craft a winning contract or a winning offer for you. So you want to do your financing first, then you do your home shopping, okay? All right. And then the last myth is that agents get kickbacks from all of the people that we refer. Nope, not happening. We don't get any kickbacks. I have a great pool of vendors and trusted business partners that I refer on a daily basis. I am constantly getting calls, whether you're selling or not. Matter of fact, most of the calls I get people that I've worked with that know I have great referrals, and they always call me. Nancy, who do you have for HVAC? Who do you have for landscaping? Who do you have for hot water? Who do you have for plumbing, for electrical? All the things, right? So we do not get any kickbacks. We align ourselves with amazing people that provide great service and reasonable pricing, not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but reasonable pricing, and do an excellent job. And of course, when my clients call our resources and our referrals, they get to the top of the list because people that we do business with, our business partners, love doing business with us because they know we have amazing clients, right? That's the beauty of working by referral, is nice people refer nice people. And I have a quality client base. So my referral partners love working with our clients. So those are the 5 myths. I hope you found that helpful. And then I also gave you a little tip that there is a difference between a realtor and a real estate licensed agent. So please look that up before you align yourself with a realtor, because we do abide to these code of ethics, which I find very important. And so that's it. So this is the last Postscript Saturday. I've really enjoyed coming to you on a consistent basis this past year. I am sitting at my beautiful little special spot called our bistro table in our home. It is our favorite spot. It's a little 2-person table sitting by French doors, and we have a view of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I'm actually thinking about doing some things that actually have to do with our bistro table over the next year or so. So be on the lookout for that, because that's what's next. And it's more of a personal venture, if you will, but combined with business. So I think you will enjoy what we have coming down the pike. And in the meantime, thank you for joining me this year on Postscript Saturday. I may pop in on a Saturday here and there as a little PS to our real estate week for some behind the scenes that love to list, just to pop in. But in the meantime, I appreciate all of you, and thank you. And in the meantime, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. Okay? All right. Take care, everyone.